A lot of persons have different perspective when it comes to marriage. Oh, I cannot marry a broke man. Oh, I cannot marry a man who doesn't have a job. I cannot marry a man who is not educated. I cannot marry a man who doesn't own an empire. I cannot marry a man who doesn't own name it. There are different reasons why women say they cannot marry a man. Welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to our channel. Thank you for always stopping by. I really do appreciate you. Thank you. Please, if you haven't subscribed, could you please kindly click the red subscribe button? If you have subscribed, Glorious Empire is saying thank you. I appreciate you. So today I want to talk about a very delicate topic. This topic of today was shared to me by one of us who told me she's happy about this channel because it will enlighten a lot of persons. Now, what is her story? And in case you're wondering, where do I get these stories? Some of these stories, please. Where do I get them? I have another channel where I teach about spiritual uses of natural things found in your home, in your kitchen, to better your life, cleanse yourself, open your way, liberate yourself, and things begin to work for you by the grace of God. This other channel will be in the comment section. Visit there. You will learn a lot and your life will never remain the same for good. Thank you. So, it goes like this. She said to me, Chizzy, I am almost 50 and I've made a mistake which I wouldn't want anyone to make the kind of mistake I made. I am almost 50 and not married. At that point, I became a little bit sober. It's not an easy thing, we know. This goes her story. When I was in my 30s, I had this young man whom I am dating. This young man is trying his best, his little best, to see that things fall in place. He's hardworking. This young man every day goes out to source for his livelihood. Even in the little he gets, he makes sure he extend a hand of like he makes sure he gets her some things to give her money or whatever. She said, Chizzy, I love this young man, but there was something missing, which is I craved for more. And I asked, crave for more in what aspects? Chizzy, I craved for more material things than he could give. And I asked, Ma, weren't you working at that moment, at that point? She said, I was working, but I wanted a man that could give me that, like a man she could rely on financially, a man that maybe permit me to use the word, carry her financial burdens. She said at a point, I left this young man because in her words, he is poor. He's not meeting up to standards. I left him. I began to date someone who took care of my needs according to her. Someone who could afford what I wanted that moment. I dated this other person for 4 years and there is no promise of marriage coming in. I left him. And she lost contact with the promising, in her ways, poor young man, the hustling poor young man. She said 6 years down the drain, a friend that knows me with this young man called me one day that she saw him at a mall with another lady, pregnant. Apparently he's married, blah blah. That the way she saw him, it doesn't look like he still know what is suffering. According to her, she said the friend said, you know those tatafo, olofofo friends, prognosers. She said the friend said she had to follow this young man till to where he parked his car to see if he has a car, if he has that's the car this young man was driving. The end of the story, it shows that life has turned around for good for this poor young man. Please come with me. I will tell you some things. Now, according to her, she reached out. She started reaching out to him. She said she started with Messenger, Facebook. She decided to visit his wall or whatever. Or however she started, what do they call it? Stalking him. And that she realized that indeed, life has changed for this young man for good. Somehow, she got his contacts. They start talking. When I heard she say she got his contact, I was like, what? What for? Why? You want to go and destroy a happy home? The same man you don't want now. But I said, let me hear her out. That she started apologizing for how she treated him, this, that. And that the first thing he asked her was, are you married now? That she only answered him with tears, crying at the background. He went on to console her. At the end of the day, he told her how barely 1 year after she left, life picked up for him for good. And he gave her a certain huge amount of money and told her never to call his line again. And that is it. Now, a lot of persons today, I cannot struggle with I cannot date someone that is still struggling, someone that has not hammer, someone that has not made it. Dear sister, don't bring down your guards. Don't bring down your standard. But can I tell you something? There are times in life you need to compromise. No one is asking you to date or marry someone beyond your standard, beyond your... But sometimes, some of us ladies set standards above what we can even imagine. Standards above even what your brothers or your fathers have not even attained. You feel you are younger, youthful, exorbitant. You feel you're beautiful. Now, there's something I want to say. It's just the notion of some men, by the time you stay with them when they had nothing and they start making the money, they tend to forget that woman who stood by them. I know that is why some ladies are telling you they cannot work with anybody that is not. But can I ask you something? Why trying to marry someone because of their, in quotes, there's something that baffles me sometimes. I have never been the one to pray this way before I got married. I have never been the one to tell God, I want to marry a rich man. Don't misquote me. Yes, I want a man that is wealthy, rich, name it, every good thing in life. Is my prayer for my husband to excel, succeed beyond human imagination. But this has always been my own prayer. Lord, I want to be a rich wife, a woman of substance, a woman of value. I don't know if you understand me. Where the mistake comes is some women just sit down, seeing marriage as an avenue of escape from poverty. Some women believe they don't need to strive harder than they are doing because they will get married, after all, they will get married, and the husband will pick up all their responsibility. Even if my husband takes up my personal responsibility, all my personal responsibility, I am African from Nigeria. I have parents, I have siblings, I have relations, I have friends, especially parents All these other persons, I owe them nothing except if I want to, like siblings, friends, and all that. But parents, in Africa, Nigeria, we are meant to take care of our parents, take care of their needs, their feeding, their rent to our own little capacity. So even if I am marrying the most wealthiest man on earth, the most blessed man on earth, it doesn't mean that he will cater for my own like he will cater for myself, the children, our needs and all that, then he start catering for my own family. It doesn't work that way, and it shouldn't be that way. If he extends a hand to my family, it's out of his own free will. Now, why am I trying to say this, and what am I trying to say? Ladies, it's time to begin to pray this way. Lord, make me a rich wife. Yes, not just sitting down, not trying to do something, believing that after all, I am a woman, I will get married, and my husband will start taking care of my responsibility. It's unfair on the side of the man. So, when you see a man with potential, a man trying, the future, that is where God is greater than all of us. You don't know tomorrow. I don't know tomorrow. If this lady knew that barely 1 year after she left this poor man, according to her, that he's going to start amounting to something, she wouldn't have left him. Not all relationship will end in marriage, we know, yes. But before you leave that woman, that man, weigh your pros and cons. Now, ask yourself one question. If as a woman, a man leaves you because he feels, yes, some men will tell you today they don't want liability. One day I could share my own personal story of how much I was a liability to my husband, and he stood by me. And I know today when he looks back, he is not regrets. He wouldn't regret doing that. Dear sister, is he hardworking? Does he have prospects? Does he have plans? Is he working towards his plans? Does he have you at heart? Love, they say, is not enough. We know, yes. But don't judge people because of whom they are today. I think I will stop here. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you. It's none other person but Glorious Empire. Thank you.